My goal for this tutorial is to show you how to efficiently filter through a large quantity of footage to get down to the really high quality stuff that you want to end up in your finished edited video project. And for this example, I'm going to use a sporting event, actually a girls lacrosse event. And in this case, I have two separate games that have been recorded, 44 games that were 44 clips that were recorded on April 30th and 47 clips recorded on April 9th. And this is an awful lot of video that can potentially end up into a small highlight reel, and I need to get through all of these clips and ensure that I'm not rewatching content and wasting time, and I'm working very efficiently. So in order to do that, I'm going to encourage you to watch each clip one time and tag the potential highlight footage in that first viewing of your clips. From there, you can begin to filter the content that makes its way into your project without actually rewatching unusable content over and over again. So trying to maximize some efficiency. Now, to ensure that this doesn't take particularly long, I'm going to come right down to clip number 37 and isolate a portion of this clip that ends with a goal. Now, a few keyboard shortcuts and ways in which to isolate this footage. First of all, you can hit the space bar and it will play. I'm going to mute this audio quickly. And the clip will play. And as you watch through it for the first time, you realize, okay, there's a pass in front of the goal and a score. So if we realize that all of a sudden we have obviously a usable piece of footage, we can go back to the beginning and find where we think this play is going to get started. So I'm going to pick up when the ball makes it to the middle of the field, and we have a little dodge here, and then a feed down to, looks like Jolie Stallone. So starting off with this dodge after the pass, I want to start my clip here. And in order to do that, I can hit the I key on the keyboard, and you'll notice that the selection box moves to wherever my playhead currently is sitting. So this is going to be my endpoint. It's going to pick up real quickly with a dodge, and I want to end this as the ball goes into the goal. So there's a goal, and I'm going to put O, the next key over on the keyboard, for my out point. So what I've done is I've just moved the selection box into this space. Now you can use the handles and drag this back and forth, but I find that if you're watching this and trying to work pretty quickly, you can actually do this while the playhead's moving and realize, okay, right about here is where I want it to start, and hit the letter I as that happens, and Jolie scores, and O is my out point. So I can actually just hit it while the video is playing, in and out. As soon as that's done, I'll hit the space bar and pause it, and I'm going to tag this footage. So the first tagging option, and it's actually right next to the download and import arrow, so the next process should be to tag your data, tag your media, and in this case I'm going to hit the green star. What that does is puts a green bar across the top of this clip, because this is now a favorited portion of this clip. And if your video clips are 5 or 10 minutes long, as they may be, you can have several of these favorited portions of the video that you're later going to target or desire for your, in this case, a sports edit. If you don't like what you've tagged and you want to get rid of that marking, that favoriting marking, you can hit the hollow, the no color star that removes any markings. In this case, I'm going to leave it on. And then the last option is if you have footage that you absolutely do not want to end up in your project for any reason, you can also reject the clip. One nice feature about the rejected clip is that by default, in the top left portion of the window, there is a hide rejected clips. And if you reject content, you won't even see it anymore, and it won't be visible to you unless you change that selection arrow. After you've gone through and tagged all your footage and you have several favorites, in this case I have only tagged one, I can also come up and turn this on so that way I only see my favorited clips. So I will end up with a list that is much smaller than my original media and all of the potential highlight footage that I can now drag and more efficiently edit into a highlight reel. Now again, I'm using a sports edit as my example, but I believe this workflow of importing, then tagging your media, whether you favorite or reject a clip, will definitely help you work more efficiently.